Hello, and thank you for watching this tutorial on the Stratco Flashing Designer application. The application is internet based, and so any internet enabled device such as a mobile phone, tablet or laptop can use this application. It is also able to be used on a desktop PC. The application has been designed to be ultra portable so that you can design and order a flashing direct from site without the need to go back to the car or the office to be able to place that order. The application has been optimised to be used with your existing Stratco Direct access and your Stratco account. If you are not an account holder, you can enter your details into the screen as shown, and when you get to the cart you'll be prompted for your method of payment there. Otherwise, today we'll be working through using your Stratco Direct access and your Stratco account. Begin by typing the URL at the top of the page into your browser of choice, whether that be Safari, Chrome or Internet Explorer. https://flashdesign.stratco.com.au. This application is a secure application, hence the HTTPS tag at the front. Let's begin. Start by typing your account number and password into the account login section of the screen. Once you've done this, tap the button that says Account Login. This will take you to your cart. Here you can see the items that you already have in the cart. You can see the delivery information for that order that you have entered. Check your details, and you can also see the order summary, which is the total of all the components of that order added together. By using your Stratco Direct access and login, your orders will be placed with your individual pricing applied. Let's start by adding an item to the cart. Click or tap Add Item. This screen shows a selection of Stratco standard designs which you can use and manipulate to be able to place your order, or right at the top of this list you can see New Design, in which you will start to draw a flashing from scratch and be able to design it yourself. You can choose whether or not you want to keep that design as a standard flashing for yourself, or you can discard it and you'll come back to this screen next time you place an order. Today we'll start with an apron flashing, so click or tap on apron flashing. This brings up the cart item screen. Here you can choose your material, colour, you can add the quantities and lengths of flashings for that particular design that you need. You can see a rough sketch of the profile that you're working with. You can edit that profile if you need to. Then it'll give you a summary at the bottom of the girth, the number of bends, and the total price depending on the number of quantity and length of flashings that you've used. Let's begin. First, select the material that we're going to use. All of Stratco's standard materials are available to be used. Today we're going to use 0.55 custom colour flashings. Next we want to choose the colour. In this case we're going to choose merino. Now we need to add the quantity and lengths of this particular flashing that we're drawing. Click the Add button. Initially we want 3 at 3 meters. And click Add. We'd also like 1 at 5.4, so let's add that one now as well. As you can see, if you enter a length that we cannot produce, the program will stop you and let you know that you need to enter an appropriate length. Once again, click or tap Add. This particular flashing is a 0.55 BMT custom colour flashing. The colour is merino. The quantities and lengths that we're choosing today are 3 at 3 meters and 1 at 5.4. Just a note here that all dimensions need to be in millimeters. Now we can edit the design. So click or tap on Edit Design. This is the screen where we draw and manipulate the flashing, add the side that we want the colour on. We can manipulate the ends of the flashings, whether we want a slight break, hook fold or a squash fold or no fold. We can also add extra dimensions, and change the angles as well. At the bottom of the screen there are several options. Save allows you to save this as one of your own custom flashings, which will appear on the flashing list that we saw at the start of the tutorial. You can also discard this, which will take you directly back to the custom flashing list where you can start all over again. You can undo the last action that you performed, and you can use the zoom function to be able to zoom in on the flashing or move the flashing from side to side or up and down the screen. If you have a particularly large flashing with a very detailed part of it that you need to be able to zoom into, this function helps there quite a lot. On the screen you'll notice that each of the corners and ends has a circle around it. Click or tap on those circles to be able to manipulate that particular part of the flashing. We'll show you that in a minute. You'll also notice that there are red tabs, 200mm, 90 degrees and 250mm. These you are able to click or tap to be able to change those dimensions accurately rather than using the click and drag method of trying to move the end of the flashing around to be able to get the desired angle or length that you want for that particular part of the flashing. If you look at the bottom right hand corner of the flashing, you'll notice that we have a slight break, nominated at the moment at 10mm to the right. Shortly I'll show you how you can change that to either a hook fold, squash fold on either the left or the right hand side of that flashing, or no fold whatsoever. On this screen, each time you want to manipulate one of the components, you need to click or tap on that component to be able to change it. Here we'll change the dimensions to be able to get the flashing to the right size that we want first. First we'll click or tap on the bottom red tab, 250mm, and we'll change that. Simply type in 200. And click or tap OK. The back of the flashing is currently 200mm, we would like that to be 100mm. Click or tap on that tab, type in 100 and click or tap OK. On the top left hand side of the flashing we'd like to add a return 50mm long at 90 degrees. To begin to do that, first click or tap in the circle of the end that you wish to work from, in this case the top left hand corner. That circle is now highlighted. Now we can work from that end. Whether you're working with a PC or an iPad, the process is similar. To be able to put that return in, click or tap and hold just for a second in order for the program to know that you wish to place that line, like so. We can now use the same manipulation we did before with the red tabs to be able to get this lined up exactly as we would like it. So we need to change the tab that says 96 degrees to 90 degrees. So simply click on that, enter 90, and click or tap OK. We said we wanted the return to be 50mm, it's currently 62. Click on that dimension, and we'll change that to 50. Click or tap OK. Now all of the dimensions are correct the way that we would like it. What I'd like to show you now is how to manipulate the squash fold, hook fold or slight break on the bottom right hand corner of the flashing. So as we did before, we want to manipulate that end of the flashing. So just tap or click in that circle where the slight break is currently. At the bottom of the screen next to the remove button, you'll now see that there's a new button there. At the moment it's showing break right. By tapping this button, you will cycle through the different options that you have for the end of the flashing. Like so. Now we're back to the break again. Once you're happy with the dimensions of your flashing, at the top of the screen on the right hand side you can click on Next. At any point while using the flashing designing application, you'll notice at the top of the page in the middle there's a question mark next to the title of each page. At any time you can click on that question mark to be able to get more information about the page that you're on, the functions that can be performed on there, and some helpful hints as well. We're We're now happy with the dimensions of that flashing. We're going to move to the next phase, so click or tap on Next. We do have the ability to enter tapered flashings into this program. At this stage we're not going to cover that today. So please click Next. Now we need to nominate which side the colour is going to be on. In this case, I'm actually happy that the colour is on that side, but to show you how to change that, click on the Colour tab and it will toggle between sides. If we wish it to be on the other side of the flashing, click the Colour tab again and that'll toggle it to the other side. Once we're happy with the dimensions of this flashing and which side we've picked the colour for, we can now finish this job. We now have the option to continue without saving this as a new flashing, or we have the option to save this as a new favourite flashing, which will appear in the list that we saw at the start of the tutorial. I'm going to continue without saving this flashing for the moment. Now click or tap Confirm. We are now on the last screen, which allows us to make any final changes if necessary before we add this item to the cart. So just to double check, we're still using 0.55 custom colour flashings. Our colour is merino, which was correct. We wanted 3 at 3 metres and 1 at 5.4, which is also correct. We were happy with the design and the dimensions of the flashing, and now we can add this to the cart. Click or tap on Add to Cart. We're now in the final phase, we're in My Cart. We can see that we've got our 3 at 3 metre flashings and our 1 at 5.4 metre flashing. At this stage we haven't added any delivery details, we'll do that shortly. And we can see our order summary at the bottom. This program uses your net pricing direct from our system, and that will be shown in this part of the program. Now we're going to change our delivery details, so please click Edit. We can deliver to any one of our home improvement stores, or if we wish to nominate a particular address, click Give an Address, as is the case here. Here you can enter a contact name, add a contact phone number, the address, the suburb, the state that you're in, and the postcode. Once we're happy with that, we can save these details. The program now puts all that together and wants us to confirm that we've found your location. Please click Confirm. We can now see our delivery details are entered in there ready to go for this order. You can notice at the bottom now in the order summary that it's included our standard delivery fee for this order. We can now click Place Order. As the system is live, I won't finalise this process by clicking Process Account Payment. I'll run through this screen and let you know what you can see here. Confirm the price. We can also choose a delivery date. It'll always default to the earliest delivery date available within our schedules, depending on the time that you're entering this information into the app. You also have the option to add a customer or order reference number, and also any special delivery notes, which may be issues about site restriction, or whether somebody needs to be phoned prior to the delivery specifically to be able to meet the driver on site. Once you're happy that all that information is correct, tap or click Process Account Payment, and that will finalise your order. That order gets sent electronically to Stratco, which we will process promptly and deliver your flashings out the next day. At this stage, that concludes a basic overview of how to use the flashing design application. With a little bit of practice, it will become very quick and easy to be able to order your flashings online, direct from site, with the portability of any internet-enabled mobile device. Good luck, and thank you for watching this tutorial.